If you follow Depth vs. Heard and people around the case, especially on social media, you might know this person, Charolette Proudman, or I guess she's Dr. Charolette Proudman. And she said some pretty nice things about Amber, defended Amber the whole time, but people didn't like her ethics. I mean, she's very heavily, let's just say, against one gender being men. So I said in a video about 3 days ago or something, well, we got Bozy now. I guess some people call him Boozy, but whatever his name is, Christopher Boozy. But now we just got to get those Charlotte Proudman types. And it seems now maybe Charlotte's in some trouble. So, this tweet says Proudman could face a 12-month suspension of her license or a fine if found in breach for posting a 14-part thread on X in April 2022. It expressed her concerns at the tone of a judgment handed down by Cohen in relation to a family court case. And I gotta imagine she took the woman's side and said something, pretty unfair about the man's side. So here we've got some details. This is coming in the middle, but that's all there was. But it's alright. We get the idea. She might face a suspension. That's all we need to know to have a little smile on her face. After considering her request, Havers withdrew himself from the case this month. There is no suggestion that Cohen and Havers discussed this case or any work matters or ever met at the Central London Club. But it highlights some of the issues around public perception raised by the membership of significant members of Britain's most senior judges of a club that has resisted calls to allow female members since the 1960s. Proudman could face a 12-month suspension of her license or a fine if found in breach for posting a 14-part thread on X, then called Twitter, in April 2022. It expressed her concerns at the tone of a judgment handed down by Cohen in relation to a family court case. A 3-person disciplinary panel will consider the 5 professional misconduct charges against her later this year. Can't wait. Speed it up, man. She is accused by the Bar Standards Board of tweeting misleading information that inaccurately reflected the findings of the judge in a case which she was instructed. Oh, boo-hoo. Good luck, Miss Proudman. Charge 4 accuses Proudman of tweeting posts that contain seriously offensive, derogatory language which designed to demean and or insult the judge. In her 14-part thread, Proudman suggested the judge had minimized the significance of the domestic abuse her client said she had faced at the hands of her ex-husband. I lost the case. I do not accept the judge's reasoning, she wrote. This judgment has echoes of the boys' club, which still exists among men in powerful positions. I don't know, man. Like, men tend to agree with men, women tend to agree with women. If that's what she means, sure, there's some of that agreement going on. It's just that to me, and in the case of defending Amber, as you know, who had pretty much zero facts on her side, Proudman has her own little club of people. I don't know, Eve Barlow, Amber's UK lawyer, Amber herself, whoever else. I'm sure Evan Rachel Wood's in their club somewhere, somehow. It's just that women tend to agree. Men tend to agree. And the 5th charge says that she diminished trust that the public should have in her and confidence the public should have in her, and also that her profession should have in her. Just read her tweets. That's all you gotta do to diminish her trust. I mean, if she made sense, I'd admit it, but she gets very insultive, very childish. You see Adam Waldman tweeting, but he doesn't flat out insult. He uses song lyrics and things like that. He makes his point. It's not really dirty or vulgar, but I think Dr. Proudman takes it a notch down. And they said she denies all 5 charges, but she can't. It's in writing. So if they found something in writing that they've got a problem with, you can't really disagree with what you wrote. You can disagree with the fact they're charging you, but if you get my drift, it's all out there for everyone to see. It's not like you allegedly said something and people need to get witnesses and there's no evidence. All right, so she says he's part of this Garrick Club, which is an all-male club. I don't know if I have a problem with that, though. I don't have a problem with an all-women's club. Why can't we have a club based on gender where you want to be there? Let's just face it without distractions, especially for men, I guess, and focus on what you're there for. Maybe your opinion differs, but I'm kind of cool with clubs for men or for women, depending on what it is. I know as a guy, and I'm sure many of you guys do, if you're in a group of guys with like 5 or 6 guys talking about stuff and a woman walks in, automatically the feeling in the air changes. Now you can't say certain things. Now you got to be careful. Now you can't speak freely. That's the fact. That's it. And some people might want to get together and just be able to talk freely and openly without worrying about what they got to say. And obviously, these days, well, there's allegations and things. On the flip side, if women want to get together, I'm sure it's similar for you gals. Once a man walks in with a group of 6 women or something, right there, the language has to change. What you say has to change a little bit. So I think it's okay. I haven't thought it out really hard. Maybe I'd come to something, but that's just my gut feeling. I guess Proudman's different in her opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. If you're not subscribed to, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.